So, are the debates doomed? Will the broadcasters empty chair the PM? Well, I'm joined by UKIPs Deputy Chairwoman, Suzanne Evans. Let's just start with the PM's position. He's surely got a point that the Greens should be included.
When on earth has David Cameron in past history ever stood up for the Green Party? This is a decision of the broadcasters. Let's be honest here, Norman. David Cameron is scared about his own position. He's always been a man that's been obsessed with his own image. He knows that if he goes up against Nigel Farage, he's probably going to get a roasting. I gather from his Wizard of Oz spin master who's operating behind the scenes, the commentators tell us that he's concerned that standing next to Ed Miliband will make Ed Miliband look more prime ministerial than he actually is. I think this is about David Cameron's image. It's not about the Green Party. That is just a red herring.
What about the broadcasters? How likely do you think is it that in the middle of a general election campaign they would be prepared to go ahead without the Prime Minister?
Well, I certainly think they should be. It's not as though they would be going ahead without asking the Prime Minister, which of course would be completely beyond the pale and unacceptable. But this is a democracy. This is a country where we have the freedom of the press, where the media actually needs to stand up and do the right thing. So by offering him an invitation, they've done everything that they can within their power. If he says no, frankly, I think that's his problem.
Is there now a danger, do you think, a realistic danger that these debates won't happen?
I hope not. Let's not forget that David Cameron was the one that was pushing for them before the 2010 election. A couple of years ago, he confirmed his commitment to them and has done until very recently. In fact, until the broadcasters invited Nigel Farage on to share the debating chamber with him.
But Mr. Cameron has always made clear that he thought the Greens should be involved. He didn't want the debates packed into the last few weeks of the campaign. The broadcasters came up with a proposal which straight away crossed his two red lines. So no surprise, he's not happy.
Why is the Prime Minister putting down red lines for the British broadcasters? That is unacceptable. It is not his position as Prime Minister of this country to try and rule the free press.
And from Nigel Farage's perspective, would he have any difficulty if the Greens, the SNP were also included?
Well, as I say, it's really not up to UKIP to get also, like I'm accusing the Prime Minister of trying to tell the broadcasters what to do. It's not for UKIP to tell the broadcasters what to do either. They've come to an independent decision between themselves across all channels, and whatever they decide, we respect that. What I would say is that the Ofcom ruling this week that says that UKIP is now to be treated as a major party by the broadcasters does, I think, add weight to their argument, but ultimately it's up to them, not us.
Do we actually need these debates? Because there was an argument last time that they denuded the campaign because all the focus was on these three television moments. So is there not an argument for saying, actually, why not have a traditional election campaign rather than one that is just built around three television programmes?
Well, once again, I go back to David Cameron also wanted the debates. The other party leaders would like to have the debates. 20 million people watch them, as you said yourself earlier. I think that just proves that they are something that the public wants.
And the potential advantage for UKIP, you come as a minority party, you would have a platform, if you like, at the big table. When you are working out your election strategy, how important is it that these debates go ahead for your own possibilities?
Well, we work out our election strategy not focusing on the debates at all, really. I think we have a very distinct offering from what the other parties have. We're the only party that wants to leave the European Union. We're the only party that wants to have Britain as a sovereign country again. We're the only party that is making that argument. We'll make that argument either in or out of the debates.
OK, Suzanne Evans, thanks very much.